When it comes to innovations in medicine, under-pressure hyperbaric medicine is a breath of fresh air. Meet Bill Eddy, president of Under-Pressure Hyperbaric Medicine.
Back in 1990, I became a massage therapist, and I specialized in sports medicine. And I was always looking for ways of actually improving my practice. And in 1997, I learned of hyperbarics, and I did specifically learn that the Vancouver Canucks used hyperbarics, and they brought their man-hour injuries to half of that of the next lowest team in the NHL. From that point on, I knew that hyperbarics was the future. But first in 1997, when I did learn about hyperbarics, the information was quite sparse. The activity in the United States was few and far in between, and it was almost unheard of throughout Canada. Through self-education and research, I started to learn more about the techniques and the technology behind hyperbarics. The spectrum became quite wide and open to apply to all kinds of conditions, not only sports medicine. I also thought this would be great for neurological injuries, all sorts of soft tissue injuries, and anything the inflammatory response was running spiral out of control on.
Well, I have fibromyalgia first of all, which I've been living with for about 21 years. And it causes a lot of problems. It causes memory fog, memory problems to begin with, and a lot of problems sleeping. You don't get a good night's sleep. You don't get into the REM sleep. So to have a good night's sleep and to wake up refreshed, I can't remember what that's like. I also suffered from a TB strain infection in my chest, and well, actually the bacteria is gone now because of the treatments here. And the medications that I was on, the really strong antibiotics that were like cancer drugs, were very hard on the body to take. So having this treatment instead of that treatment is a world of difference, because with every drug there's side effects. I was aware of the hyperbaric treatments because of a friend that I met at a dog park, of all places, and she was suffering from Lyme disease, and believe it or not, after 15 years she's Lyme-free. I found it really interesting, and she invited me to come along with her, and I did, and I'm not sorry I did. I thank God for it every day.
15 years ago, I was bitten by a tick while visiting relatives and walking their dog in a rural setting, and had no idea that I could get Lyme disease from that, remove the tick, and ended up with all of these strange symptoms. So I was suffering with this awful disease that very little is known about for 15 years, as I mentioned. Was receiving treatment from a doctor for the last 5 years with antibiotics, which makes you very sick in and of itself. And was thrilled to learn about the hyperbaric chamber treatments as an option for Lyme patients, particularly because I needed to take a break from the antibiotic use, as one often does, because technically it's the liver enzymes that get too high and you're in danger. You have to stop taking the antibiotics, and then you're left with no other option until I found out about hyperbaric chamber treatments. And I started that 7 months ago, and it has made a huge, huge difference in my life. I've actually gotten rid of the majority of Lyme bacteria in that short amount of time of only 7 months, compared to 5 years of antibiotic treatment.
After graduating medical school, a colleague of mine approached me and he told me about hyperbaric oxygen therapy and hyperbaric medicine. It was a field of medicine that wasn't really touched on in school, very briefly, and it was a very intriguing concept to me after learning about how many different conditions it can treat in a totally non-invasive way. Laying in a tube, breathing oxygen at pressure while watching a movie, it sounded like a great therapy to me. You know, every day there's something new. So, you know, when we're treating somebody, whether it's for autism, whether it's a sporting injury, the process is more or less the same, because every condition is treated by breathing oxygen under pressure. By increasing that oxygen to 20 times normal levels, it gives your cells the most optimal condition to heal. And it's a great thing, because you're relaxing and watching a movie the whole time while you're being treated. So it's therapeutic at the same time as being relaxing.
Find out more today. Dial 905-274-2032 or visit them online at www.underpressurehbot.ca.